Hello, welcome to my channel, Financial Wisdom Coach. I'm a host, Beza Asrat. I'm a CPA and certified personal finance educator and coach. In this channel, I teach personal finance and tax-related topics. Thank you so much for visiting my channel. If this is your first time, please go ahead, subscribe, like, and share this video with your friends. If you have been here before, thank you so much for supporting my channel. And don't forget to hit the notification button. That way you will know when I upload new videos. Today, I'll be talking about Series I savings bonds. I'll be sharing my screen and we'll continue from there. Series I savings bonds, what are they? What should we know about these bonds, and especially at this time? I bonds, short name for Series I savings bonds, are issued directly by the US government, US Treasury Department to investors like us. And currently, I bonds carry favorable interest rates over other CDs, money markets, and bonds. And this makes I bonds the best bonds you can buy at the moment. And as you can see on the left-hand side here, this is directly copied over from US Treasury Department. The initial interest rate on new Series I savings bond is 7.12%. You can buy I bonds at the rate through April 2022. And I will go over about the interest on the next slides. Okay, here let's compare I bond with others. So in addition to I bonds, investments such as savings, money market, CDs, other US government bonds are generally considered to be among the safest option for individuals looking to protect their principal, right? But while safety of this investment is comparatively similar with each other, the difference in the current yield of I bonds compared to the rest of the option is completely different. So as you can see here below, best money markets, current interest rate is 0.55%. 5-year CD is 1.3%, and online savings bank, high yield online savings account 0.50, and I bond is 3.56 semi-annual interest rate and 7.12% of the current annual rate. The I bond interest is comprised of two components, the fixed rate, which is 0%, and the inflation rate, which is 7.12% currently. And the inflation rate is determined based on the federal government consumer price index, and it adjusts twice a year, on the first business day of May and November. So compounding on I bonds is semi-annual. So if this rate, 7.12, remains unchanged next May, the full year return would be 7.12%. And the current rate announced by the US Treasury from November 2021 through April 2022 is 7.12%. But let's say if the government announces 0% in May, the annual interest rate is going to be 3.56%, which is not really bad at all. The interest rate is guaranteed at least to match inflation. And if inflation goes up, the interest rate on your I bond automatically goes up, which is very good. And it's a great inflation hedge, especially these days where we are having a high inflation rate, which is 7% as of December 2021. So this makes I bond attractive when other CDs and bonds or money markets don't keep up with inflation. Another advantage of I bonds are similar to a CD, I bonds never goes down. You don't lose your principal. And it's guaranteed by the US government, which is very good. You don't lose your value if something happens. The maturity of the I bond is a 30-year maturity, meaning they will earn interest for a period of up to 30 years. So if you save your money in I bonds and leave it there, you will earn interest for 30 years. So with a variable interest rate every 6 months. You can also redeem the bond after a year, and I'll talk more about it later. Another advantage of I bond is interest is exempted from state and local income taxes. And because you won't receive any income from your I bonds until you redeem them, there is no federal income tax unless you cash out or redeem your I bonds. And also, if you use your I bond for educational purposes, the interest income is not taxable. And for more information, you can visit the treasurydirect.gov, and I will leave this link below my video so you can check it out. Okay, what are some of the drawbacks of Ibonds? The first one is holding period. You have to hold your Ibonds for at least 12 months, which means you cannot access your fund or withdraw your cash for 1 year. So making them less liquid compared to other fixed income investments. So except in the case of federally declared disaster, when there is any federally declared disaster, you might be able to access it, but technically you cannot withdraw this fund for up to 1 year. So this might not be an appropriate investment option for anyone who may need to access this fund during 1 year period. But if you have money that's sitting in your checking or saving and you don't need it for 1 year, it's not a big concern. Another drawback is losing 3 months worth of interest. If they are redeemed between 1 and 5 years, you will lose the last 3 months of interest. But let's say the inflation rate doesn't decline before next May. You could buy an Ibond today and redeem it 1 year from now. You will earn 5.3%, which is 7.12%, and losing the 3 months worth of interest, which gives you 5.3%, which is not bad at all compared to high yield online savings and other money market and CDs currently you are earning. On the left side, you can see the Ibond holding period and the redemption. If you want to access less than 1 year, you cannot access, it's not liquid. If you are going to access from 1 year to up to 5 years, you're going to lose 3 months worth of interest. And if it's over 5 years, you will earn full interest and redeemable at the current value at that time. So how much Ibonds can you buy? If it is electronic Ibonds, the minimum you can buy is $25. If it is paper, it comes with 5 denomination, 50, 100, 200, 500, 1000. And the maximum bonds you can buy is 10,000 per person per calendar year. For married couples, you can buy 20,000 per calendar year, 10,000 for each. And additionally, you can buy 5,000 paper bonds per tax return, not per person. If you are married, filed jointly, you can buy, and if you have a tax refund, you can buy paper Ibond up to 5,000 by filing Form 8888. And you can also convert the paper bond into electronic bonds after you buy it from using your tax refund, because carrying paper bond have a great risk. You could lose it due to theft, fire, flood, or any other natural disaster. So in addition, it's easier to track them in the electronic format. Okay, who can buy Ibonds? Individuals can buy as long as you have a social security number and meet one of this criteria. US citizen, and whether you live in the US or abroad, US resident and civilian employee of the United States, no matter where you live. And child under 18, the adults can buy bonds in the name of the child, treasury account that's linked to an adult's treasury direct account. So the adults or the custodian, the adult custodian can help the child buying this fund. For instance, a married couple with 3 children, they can buy 20,000 bonds for the parents, 10,000 each. And also they can buy for the kids 10,000 each, which is 30,000 Ibonds for the children. If you have a business interest, you can buy Ibonds, 10,000 each, but you can only buy e-bonds, electronic bonds for business, but trust and individuals can buy paper bonds as long as they have tax refund up to 5,000. So Ibonds are generally purchased through the federal government's Treasury Direct website, treasurydirect.gov, and you must open an account at Treasury Direct in order to start buying the Ibond. So that's the first requirement, and which means you cannot buy Ibonds within your retirement. For example, using IRA, if you have Roth IRA or traditional IRA, you cannot buy Ibonds inside that IRA account or 401k account or any brokerage account for that matter. But the process is not too complicated. You can transfer from your bank account to the Treasury Direct account. So as long as you have the cash sitting in the bank ready, you're all set. So I believe this is a good opportunity to earn more interest if you have money sitting in savings account earning only 0.01% or in high yield online savings account earning 0.5%. And if you don't need to access the cash within a year. For more information, check out the links I provided below this video. Thanks.